You've made a dua so many times you've lost count. You've whispered it after every salah. Maybe it's the thing you bring up every single Ramadan, hoping this year is the year. Perhaps you don't even say it in full sentences anymore. It has just become a feeling you carry into sujood. You know what this is, and here's the part that actually hurts. It's not just the waiting. It's watching someone else get it with ease. Someone who, as far as you can tell, didn't even ask for it the way you did. Someone who didn't cry over it at 2 a.m. the way you have. So a thought creeps in. Quiet at first, then louder. Is Allah even listening to me? You feel guilty for thinking it. You know you're not supposed to doubt, but the doubt doesn't ask permission. It just shows up somewhere between Maghrib and the moment you check your phone and feel that familiar disappointment again. Here's what nobody tells you. This isn't a sign your faith is weak. This is a sign you're human and you're tired. But what if the delay isn't happening for the reason you've always assumed? To understand this, we have to go back to early Medina, a moment when the believers were facing something they had never been asked to face before. Allah had just made fighting obligatory upon them. Not optional, not occasional, a command. So picture that moment. A community that had already survived persecution in Makkah, already left their homes behind, already given up so much for their faith, now being told there's more being asked of you. Something you don't want. Something that feels like it's working against you, not for you. If you've ever felt like Allah is asking you to sit in something uncomfortable with no clear reason, why? You're not the first person to feel that. The first community to receive this verse felt it too. And that's exactly when this ayah arrived. Here's what Allah says. Fighting has been made obligatory upon you, though you dislike it. Perhaps you dislike something which is good for you, and love something which is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah, Quran chapter 2, verse 216. Sit with that one word for a second, perhaps. But here's the half of the verse most people skip past too quickly. And it may be that you love a thing while it is bad for you. This isn't only about hating what's actually good. It's also about loving what would have actually hurt you. Allah isn't just saying your dislike might be wrong. He's saying your desire might be wrong too. Think about who first heard this. People who had already sacrificed everything once. Their homes, their families, their safety, and were now being told to sacrifice again in a way that terrified them. They didn't get a detailed itinerary of why. They didn't get to see the outcome before they were asked to walk into it. They were simply told, trust what you cannot yet see over what you currently feel. That's the exact same position you're in right now with your dua. You're not the first person to look at a command from Allah or a delay from Allah and feel like it's working against you instead of for you. You're not the first person to wonder if the discomfort means you're being punished rather than protected. The early believers had to hold two things at once, real fear and real trust, not fake confidence, not pretending the fear wasn't there, just choosing to trust Allah's knowledge over their own certainty about how things should go. Here's what most people misunderstand about an unanswered dua. We assume the delay means rejection. We assume silence means no. We assume that if Allah loved us enough, he'd just give us the thing already, the way we pictured it on our timeline. That's the real misunderstanding. We treat our own discomfort as data. We treat this feels bad as proof of this is bad. But this ayah is correcting that exact instinct, gently but firmly. Your dua isn't unanswered because Allah forgot, or because you weren't sincere enough, or because you're not worthy of it. The delay might be doing something for you that the immediate yes never could have. You're not stuck outside Allah's plan. You're in the part of it you can't see yet. So here's one thing to actually do with this. Tonight, after you make that same dua you've made 100 times, don't end there. Recite this ayah right after. Let the phrase, Allah knows, while you do not know, be the last thing you say before you stand up. Or write it somewhere you'll see tomorrow morning, your mirror, your lock screen, the inside cover of your diary. Let it be the first sentence your eyes land on before the day convinces you otherwise. And the next time that anxious thought creeps in, why hasn't he answered me yet? Come back to this. You're not being ignored. You're being told, wait just a bit, by the Supreme Being who sees the whole story while you're still standing in one paragraph of it. Perhaps you dislike a thing, and it is good for you. Allah knows, and you know not.